I did something that honestly felt wrong. For 30 days, I stopped training like an advanced lifter. No intensity, no techniques, no fancy splits, no chasing PRs, no ego. I trained like a beginner, and I expected to lose muscle. I expected to get weaker. I expected to feel like I was going backwards. Instead, I've made some of the best progress I've made in years. And what surprised me the most wasn't just the results. It was realizing how most of us overcomplicate training. Because as uncomfortable as it sounds, beginners often train better than advanced lifters. Not because they know more, but they accidentally do the things that actually matter. But first, before we continue, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know down in the comments below, how simple are your workouts? So for 30 days, I followed beginners' rules. Simple workouts, limited volume, and fewer and shorter workouts. Just train, recover, repeat. And I documented everything. Strength, body composition, energy levels, motivation, and by the end, I genuinely didn't want to go back. When you've been lifting for years, something happens. You stop doing what works, and you start optimizing more. You start adding complexity. Drop sets, supersets, partial reps, advanced periodization, exotic exercises. And slowly, your workouts become harder, but not necessarily better. You become exhausted, your joints might hurt, you're becoming unmotivated. And ironically, your progress slows down because in reality, advanced lifters often forget the fundamentals. But beginners, they only do fundamentals, and fundamentals are the core of your dream physique. So here are my rules for 30 days. I trained 3 times per week. Full body workouts, basic exercises only. Stop 1 to 2 reps before failure. Focus on form and focused on recovery. No fancy techniques, no intensity tricks, no ego lifting. Just simple, beginner style training. It felt too easy, and that's what scared me. Because we're conditioned to believe that harder equals better, but harder is not always smarter. The first week felt uncomfortable. The workouts were shorter. I wasn't exhausted. I wasn't drenched in sweat. And mentally, it felt like I wasn't doing enough. You know that feeling when you leave the gym and think, did I even train? That was me. But something interesting happened. I felt myself recovering faster. My joints felt better. My sleep improved. Even my motivation went up. And for the first time in a long time, my back didn't hurt. That alone surprised me. By week 2, the unexpected happened. My strength started increasing. Not dramatically, but steadily. And the weird part? I wasn't training to failure. I wasn't pushing myself to complete exhaustion. I was just consistent. And here's the thing most people don't realize. Consistency beats intensity every time. Because what builds muscle isn't destroying yourself. It's showing up again and again. By week 3, I started noticing changes. My weights kept increasing, better pumps, less fatigue. And honestly, I felt like I looked better, which didn't make sense because I was doing less. But that's when I realized something important. I wasn't doing less. I was doing exactly what I needed to do. No wasted sets, no junk volume, no overtraining. Just effective training. And that's what beginners accidentally do right. They don't overthink, they just train. By week 4, I had a realization. Most people don't need advanced training. Most people don't need overcomplicated programs. Most people would make better progress training like beginners, because beginners training focuses on progressive overload, consistency, and recovery. And those are the things that actually build muscle. Not fancy techniques, not complicated splits, not training until you collapse. Just simple, effective training. So after 30 days, here's what happened. I got stronger. I felt better. I recovered faster. I enjoyed training more. And maybe most importantly, I realized I'd been overcomplicated things for years. And I think a lot of people do the same, because fitness culture makes us believe that more complexity equals more results. But often, it's the opposite. And the research actually supports this. Studies consistently show you don't need to train to failure every set. You don't need excessive volume. You don't need overcomplicated programs. What you need is enough volume, enough intensity, and consistency over time. And beginner style training hits all of those, which is why beginners make incredible progress, even while considering newbie gains. They don't know what doesn't matter, so they focus on what does. So what did I learn from this? That sometimes the smartest thing you can do is simplify. Train hard, but not too hard. Recover properly and be consistent. No tricks, no shortcuts, nothing too complicated. And honestly, that's harder than any advanced technique, because simple is boring, but simple works. If you've been stuck, if you're constantly tired, if your joints hurt, if you're losing motivation, try training like a beginner. Strip everything back and focus on the fundamentals. You might be surprised like I was, because sometimes moving backwards is actually moving forward. After these 30 days, I didn't go back to my old training. I kept some of the simplicity because I realized something. Beginners don't just build beginner physiques. They build the foundation for elite physiques. And if you master the basics, you might never need to overcomplicate things again. So maybe the best training program is the most simple one. That might be the best surprise of all. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to make sure to not miss any more surprises. I'll see you on the next one.